Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So this is going to be a short and quick one. It should be. This is just going to be part 2 on the Harbor Freight Central Machinery rock tumbler. I've had this going for a week now straight. These rocks rolling around. Now, I waited until day 6 to look at some instructions, and I found that I may have put some rocks in there that were too big. It says use a bunch of smaller rocks, and then the bigger rock should be about 1 inch. I used a couple of rocks that were pretty big, but I did check on this and I noticed that they had broken down a little bit. So it should at least be working. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if I screwed up or not. So this was the coarse stone, right? So this is part 1. I used the coarse stone. So next I have to use fine stone, and I'll probably put the fine stone in there, depending how these look, for between 5 and 7 days, depending on what I'm about to see here. Ooh, I got some crud in there, so that's good. You want that sludge, and you want almost like a metallic-y look to show that you are breaking pieces up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but it's really thick and sludgy. Remember, this started out as just water, right? So it should be pretty gross looking. What I need to do is take this over to a spout and throw some water in there, and then I'm going to use this guy to individually wash some of these stones. And then I have something I could just throw them in right here, little scoop type thing, and I'll put the rocks in there and then work on the other one as well. Or I'll do them both at the same time, because it doesn't matter which rocks I put in which tumbler at this point. But because this is my first time, I didn't use any special crazy cool rocks. I just wanted to see how the Harbor Freight polish especially is going to work, because there's a lot of polishes out there that don't truly polish. And what you want is that nice kind of always wet look at the end. So that's what I'm reaching for here. And oh, see, there's a big rock in there. This was more than 1 inch, and this is knocked down. And I'll show you what I mean by that, because it's looking pretty nice. It's hard to explain, but the rocks, the rocks, when they went in, like the one I just had, like, it had jagged edges. You know, you can see how edgy this is. And now it's round. This one probably wasn't as jagged, but there's one in here in particular that I'm really excited to see, because, oh, this is it. And I just found it. Okay, so this rock, you can see it has a Herkimer diamond in there, right? So I went and I mined these rocks, and I have a bunch of them. But it started out exactly like this, where it was completely hard edges all the way around. So for this to be smooth, that's really nice. And it looks like my Herkimer diamond is probably still in there. I don't think it tumbled out or ground out, so that is good. So that lets me know that the first portion really worked. It made it nice and round. So next is going to be the finer grit, and it's going to smooth it out just a little bit more, and then I can worry about doing the polishing. So seeing that really, really makes me feel good, because I didn't expect it to come out so nice. So let's go over to the water. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can just put that somewhere. I just want to first, that's not going to work. I just want to first get the water that's in here out of here and get a good look at my stones. So I'm just going to pour the majority of the water out. I love that it's nice and sludgy. That lets me know a lot of stone broke free. And then, oh, hey, oh yeah, I had a rock in here that was massive. I'm surprised this worked because, wait till you see this quartz. So I think because I used these big rocks, some of the little rocks I had are probably disintegrated into nothing. Soon find out. That rock is so big. That had no business being in there. All right, so let's, this is why you read the instructions, boys and girls. I'm going to just go out on a limb and say this is not a 1-inch rock, but it's coming out pretty nice. That's cool. I might even cut this later. But look at this one. Look at the green banding in there. That's super freaking cool. And you can see it's got some stuff going on right there. So there are some cool rocks. That one's got some agate right there. There are some cool rocks in here, but I want them to look nice at the end. Let's see here. All right, we want to get off all that coarseness. Oh, look at that! It's like a leopard stone. See all the spots? How cool that is. I don't know all the names of all the rocks. I'm not a pro at this. I'm actually a first timer. I just started this process, so hopefully my first time will work out pretty well. All right, so I got rid of a lot. I don't think I need that. I can just put them back in here. But let's turn this off. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to put these back in, and wow, that's really cool looking. I'm going to put these back in and put water in there. It's supposed to be like mostly small rocks, and I failed. But so then you want to put the water to where it covers, you know, pretty much that layer of rock. Hey, get out of there. Dog's out here trying to lick the oh, sorry. The dog's trying to lick the dirty water. All right, let's put some water back into this. So with the water in, I'm really, really happy these are coming out cool. With the water in now, I have to put in the second powder, but first I have to check the other rocks. All right, so my second set of rocks, I do have a couple really cool pieces. I have that Herkimer diamond. You can actually see right there. That's the diamond. I have that in there. This is actually coming out really cool. You can see a really nice transition from the black to the browns, and then you can see where another diamond is probably inside the rock. I could actually cut it if I wanted, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to leave it like that. That one's really cool. This one, look at how cool that looks, man. That's just a cool looking rock. That is a really, really nice rock. And again, this is another one I'd be able to cut and see what the inside looks like. But then I have a couple cool pieces in here. This one, you can see the colors in there. It's just, was I even on the camera? It's just got these bands in it, and that looks really, really sweet. So then there's these two, which I was pretty happy about. That's really, really nice. So much color in these. And these, I go hunting. I don't buy my rocks in bulk or anything like that. I actually go hunt myself. Look at that river. Golly, that is a nice one. But I take the time. I drive to a spot where I go hunting for nice rock, and then I get it started. So this isn't something like some people buy their rocks and go from there. And I figure the way to do it is to really spend the time and pick out individually out of 1 billion rocks. You're walking and you're only picking out the ones that you want. And then the Herkimer diamonds, I have a whole mess load of huge chunks where the diamonds are still in them, and then I have a whole bunch of just loose diamonds that I have, but I actually had to mine those, where you go out with picks and hammers and different tools and actually diamond mine and break rock. And that's how I got that. So I'm pretty proud of those. But I'm going to wash this out and then we'll get the powder in. All right, so for my next grit, just like the first grit, it says 4 tablespoons. And I'm a terrible this is how you do it guy. Because I just kind of, ADV Tactical, the Stinger, I just kind of eyeball what I think is 4 tablespoons. I mean, I've cooked plenty of times. There's about 1. There's about 2. There's about 3. And there's about 4. So I just duplicate that. It's a tablespoon is 2, a tablespoon is 3, and a tablespoon, that's about 4. Okay, so now I have my 4 tablespoons. If you're gonna do this, don't be afraid to do it right. I'm just not that guy. All right, so I'm gonna put back on my little covers here, and all you do is kind of press in this rubber seal until it kind of like makes a pop, like a little click. Put on this one. Boom. You can actually hear it set itself in. And then it's just putting back on the lids. Don't lose your washer. Make sure that's on nice and tight. Screw it down there. It helps if you don't try and cut off your fingers and thumbs, so you have actually working digits for this. But I'll just make do. Well, I mean, I won't make do. That's disgusting. But I'll get by. Well, I won't get by. That's disgusting too. All right, so there we go. Here we go. Yeah, this is the most fun part right here for you guys to watch, is the screwing of the lids. Wow, it's like an Olympic event right here. All right, so just gonna screw it down nice and tight so the water doesn't come out. Now, again, I didn't really read the instructions. If I look at the, oh, I think I'm doing it right. I was just say, you put both tabs this way, you know, so it's butt to butt. All right, that should be pretty good. Make sure my rocks are moving around, and that's it. And now, now I just let this. I might just let it run for 5 days because they came out so good. So, you know, 5 days we'll do another video. We'll check these out. All right, so that's it for now. I am Donnie all day. Until next video.